All right, and the Screwtape letter is letter 7. So it starts off by Screwtape reminding Wormwood, or letting him know, that demons are not allowed to reveal themselves to humans. So we can infer that in Wormwood's last letter, he was musing on how he could reveal himself to his patient. But they are not allowed to right now, at least for the moment. That is their policy. He talks about how there's kind of there's advantages and disadvantages both ways. So, first, if humans do not believe in demons, demons lose direct terrorism, so they can't appear to us in their demonic form and scare us if we don't believe in them, right? They want us to stay in that disbelief. But they also can't have any magicians, so any people who, kind of use their demonic magic, as it were. We talked about, remember how this doesn't mean like card tricks, it means like black magic. They can't use those because humans don't believe in them. On the other hand, if humans do believe in demons, they won't have any materialists or any skeptics. Now, a materialist is someone who focuses on the material, so on earthly goods, right? That's the most important thing in their life. And that there's no skeptics, people who skeptical, they're not quite sure of what is true, but they're going to come at it from a place of not believing in anything. So again, there's pros and cons both ways if humans do believe and don't believe in demons. But Screwtape is hopeful that someday humans could believe in demons without believing in God. He talks about the materialist magician, the man not using but veritably worshiping what he vaguely calls forces while denying the existence of spirits. He says then the end of the war will be in sight. Side note, I definitely believe that we are here, that there are people who believe in forces but do not believe in spirits, and there are people who do have this double standard of believing in demons but don't actually believe in God. So personally, I would say we're already there. They're trying to talk about here, should they make the patient a extreme patriot or an extreme pacifist? So in regards to the war, should he be like all in, gung-ho, we need to go, or extreme pacifist, this isn't what we should be doing, we should kind of, hold back and peacefully protest or whatnot. So he says all extremes are encouraged except extreme devotion to the enemy, to God, of course. Factions are good. He talks about it doesn't matter, what they're inflamed about. They're good because they justify their members themselves, right? That there's this cause that's greater than themselves that kind of justifies them and their actions. But it also turns them against other factions, against the outer world. I think a faction that we see definitely prevalent in our society is our party system, our political party system in the United States of America. So, right, Democrats and Republicans. And I would say these factions that each person feels justified in their own party, but it's turned against the other party, right? And as we can see here, this is a tool, a tactic that demons use to create division in our world and in our society. In times of suffering, when 9/11 happened, it didn't matter what political party you were. We came together as just Americans. So we kind of were able to see past those factions, but I think we're in a time of being entrenched in those views. They talk about how they want the patient to think about his political beliefs as part of his religion. So, that his pacifism has to do with his faith, his Christianity. Let him, under the influence of a partisan spirit, come to regard it as the most important part, right? So that it slowly, in his mind shifts from this is part of Christianity to this is the most important part of Christianity, right? That the cause is the most important thing. He says, once you have made the world an end and faith a means, you have almost won your man. And it makes very little difference what kind of worldly end he is pursuing, just that the final end is gaining the world. And that would be, materialism is gaining this popularity or fame or whatever end you think is possible, and not having this larger spiritual view of as heaven as our final goal. So that's letter 7. If you have any questions on letters 5, 6, or 7, email me, post them anywhere in Google Classroom, and I will do my best to get those things answered for you as soon as possible.